Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Balikatan. For those who attended the conference in Lake Junaluska, time to meet again. And for those who weren't able to attend but are in this praise and prayer meeting, a monthly praise and prayer meeting, welcome, welcome. I myself have a job tonight, but thank God for technology. We could be together. I've chosen two passages this evening to share to you about Jesus' love. And the passages are in John 13, verses 34 and 35. And the other one is in the same chapter, John 13, verses 1 to 5. I chose these passages because these are my favorite passages on love. And also, it's one of the clearest instructions of Jesus to his disciples about love. And the beauty of these passages is he stated the command in John 13, 34, and 35, and then he demonstrated it in the first few verses of John 13, which is John 13, 1 to 5. So, let me read to you the first passage, which is John 13, 34, and 35. He says, "A new command I give you. Love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you have love for one another." As good IVCFers, what was the command? The command was love one another. And what is the quality that Jesus gave? How did he qualify the love command? He says, love one another as I have loved you. So the standards of the command to love one another is how Jesus loved them. So, in the next passage, in the same chapter, we see that Jesus' love in action, which is John 13, 1 to 5. Let me read to you the passage, please. John 13, verse 1. "It was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end." Verse 2, "The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus." Verse 3, "Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with a towel that was wrapped around him." The context is, as we see in verse 1, it was just before the Passover festival. And also the context is also Jesus knew the hour had come for him to leave this world. What does that mean? His death was nearing. His crucifixion was very close at hand. So there are three hurdles or hindrances or blocks that Jesus overcame that night to demonstrate his love. The first thing that he had overcome is his personal concern. What is our personal concern that would hinder us in loving others? In this case, the personal concern of Jesus was his death. If we move back a little bit in time before his death, we knew the sequence of events. And I'm going to share a few highlights before his death of what happened. We all know this. You can go back to scriptures and add some more. But the fact is, at that evening, when it says Jesus knew that the hour has come for him to go to the Father, he knew in great detail, what would happen to him, what will happen to him. So, what did Jesus know? He knew that he will be arrested like someone leading a rebellion. He was arrested with armed men, with clubs and swords. He knew that when he appears to the high priest and the chief priest and the elders and the teachers of the law, that they will look for evidence against him to put him to death. But they couldn't find any. He knew how the guards will mock him and how they will blindfold him and demand that he prophesy who hit him. He knew that Herod and Pilate could not find anything to charge him. Pilate would say, he has done nothing to deserve death. People will demand the release of Barabbas, an insurrectionist. And in the process, this insurrectionist murdered somebody. People would prefer that he be released instead of Jesus. He knew that the guards would create a crown of thorns and put it on his head. He knew that they would hit him on the head and they would spit on him. These are tough things to know, especially if you know with certainty because of Jesus' omniscience. He knew in very clear and in very clearly, and he wouldn't miss any pixel in computer language. He knew in great detail how this is going to be done. He knew that he was going to be crucified in between two thieves. Some artists, in respect, put a little clothing on him, but in reality, the crucifixion sometimes you're naked. If you have a personal concern like Jesus, would you still demonstrate your love? And yet, Jesus qualified the love that he commanded his disciples, that you love one another. And what is the quality? That you love one another as I have loved you. Dear brothers and sisters, let's search ourselves. What is our personal concern that would hinder us in demonstrating love. Yet even that night, Jesus wrapped a towel around his waist. He took off his outer clothing, wrapped a towel around his waist, poured water into the basin, and started washing the disciples' feet. Mind you, this is a job of a servant. No one among the disciples even thought of doing this. Imagine the dirty feet. Imagine the lowly task. The King of Kings stooped down to demonstrate his love in spite of the big concern, of the big personal concern that is his pending debt. People in the death row are even given the privilege to choose the food that they will eat before being executed. Jesus, in this case, just demonstrated his love. Brothers and sisters, he loved us so much. He loved his disciples so much that he even put away his personal concern. As difficult are the physical aspects of his death, what is most difficult was the separation from his Father, separation from God the Father, to pay for my sins and your sins. So number one point is Jesus overcame the personal concern, which is in verse 1, because Jesus knew that he was nearing his death. The second thing that he overcame was the type of people he washed the feet at that night. In verse 2 it says, the evening meal was in progress and the devil had already prompted Judas, son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. So what did the disciples do? One, Judas betrayed Jesus. Two, we all know it, Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Thomas, later on, would doubt Jesus. And the rest of the disciples deserted him at one point. This would be really painful. He spent day and night with his disciples, teaching them about God, demonstrating and showing to them multiple miracles. And he was intimate with these people. He was very close to these people. And yet one betrayed him, one denied him, one will doubt him, and the rest deserted him. And Jesus knew this that it's going to happen. If you know what people will do to you, or what, in case people had hurt you or done injustice to you, would you still demonstrate your love? But Jesus commanded us, love one another as I have loved you. So Jesus overcome the type of people or the actions that people did to demonstrate his love. This is the command that he's asking us, brothers and sisters. The third one that Jesus had to overcome was in verse 3. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power and that he had come from God and was returning to God. That verse is packed with meaning. All the glory that Jesus enjoyed before he came on earth is about to get it back. After his three years of work on earth, is he not entitled to just relish on that, the upcoming time with the Father, with all the glory? And yet he didn't think about that. He knew it, but he didn't dwell on it, but took his outer garment, wrapped around a towel around his waist, put water into the basin, and started washing the disciples' feet. What is it? What position are you in? What rank in your society that you've reached that would hinder you in loving others? Jesus had to overcome his personal concerns, his debt. Jesus had overcome the type of people and what they will do to him. And Jesus had overcome his highest position, not thinking about it, but did a servant's task to demonstrate his love. This is the command that Jesus is asking of us, to love one another as he has loved us, as he has loved the disciples. My dear brothers and sisters, I hope these passages would speak to you as meaningfully as it spoke to me, or even more. Let's review the quality of the love that Jesus demonstrated, and let us put it into action. And what was the promise? If you love one another, by this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. Good evening. Have a great evening. Have a great time of prayer. And God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.